Antonio, what is a protection specialist?
Somebody who protects what matters the most.
What matters the most?
What matters the most to you.
Ooh, that's good. Okay, so seriously, you look at it as what's in the best interest of your clients, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
How do you go about that process?
Well, the first thing that I do is I ask them that question. And depending on how they answer it is how I'm going to move forward.
Was that something that you picked up over the years through experience, or did you have a mentor to teach you how to be a human?
Yeah, my wife.
Okay, good answer.
Yeah.
So yes, how long have you been in the protection service business?
I have been in financial services for over 10 years.
Okay.
I transitioned into this part of the business within the last 3 or 4 years.
So let's go 11 years ago. Did you ever think that you'd be in the financial service space?
No, it happened by accident.
Is that a story that we can talk about? Now I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to protect my family, and I went through some hard times. I was always a large income producer, but there was something missing in what I was doing. I wasn't fulfilled. And some things happened in my life that led me to seek planning. And through the 46 advisors that I interviewed, every single one of them had the best company. They all had the best products, and they were all full of shit.
Wow.
So I decided to get licensed to do my own planning for myself and my family to protect
So you
what matters
actually
most to me.
interviewed 46 people
46.
for that job.
That exact number.
What were some of the what are some of the things that come up in that space that are not necessarily aligned with what the truth is, if you're okay with sharing that? I mean, you obviously have a lot of experience figuring this out if you've interviewed that many people.
Well, me having the experiences that I had in life, and life hits you hard. And when it knocks you down, sometimes you can't get back up so quick. And starting over makes you think. And I wanted to put myself in a place where I didn't ever have to start over again. Wow. And that I could teach other people how to do that who were related to me and that were in my circle. Because I realized that nobody knows how money really works. Yeah. So I needed to figure it out.
So it's crazy. Last summer I spoke with an individual. His name is Matt Monero. And he's got this book, You Need More Money. It was like, in the book, he talked about his wife's brother, so brother-in-law, was high income earner as well, but got real sick of cancer. Right. And like nothing could get done to save this man. Right. And he ended up flipping the bill, like this gentleman who had this book and took care of the family. Luckily, he was able to do that. But now he's on this whole journey with this book tour to help the financial literacy.
That's great.
You're just reminded, like flashes, And I know you're speaking here at the Real Estate Recovery Group this weekend. So is that a similar like drive of why you're doing this?
What time am I talking?
5:30 p.m.
5:30.
Is that the drive? That is something along those lines?
The drive. To be honest with you, I'm here because I love Matt. And
Matt Marinoff.
Yeah, Matt's the man.
The other Matt's just.
And I don't like to talk about product. When people ask me what I do, I just say, I protect what matters most to me. People hear life insurance or financial services and they start running because people aren't running from you, they're running from financial responsibility. Mm. And when you're new in the business, people take it to heart. And I've never taken it to heart because I've never dealt with the public. I've only dealt with people that I cared about. Wow. And then it just kind of grew into a business from there. So I don't really, I never tell anybody no. If somebody calls me and they ask for help in an area that maybe another advisor wouldn't want, like credit repair or, I have people that call me sometimes from shelters and say, I need somewhere to live. Because if you Google my name, I come up as a landlord who accepts programs in New York. And not a lot of people in New York take programs. So, we pair some of the credit agencies together with the realtors. And we created a program with some attorneys that pretty much builds a credit resume, or I should say a renter's resume. Is that what you call it? We call it a renter's resume. And then we introduce the landlords to prospective tenants, and we help everybody holistically. So from somebody working in a shelter to a client that I have that owns a hotel building, it doesn't matter to me who I'm helping. I might not personally help every single client, but I have no problem talking to them, doing a consultation, and I'm getting them in front of the right person. I
really appreciate what you do. Having been adopted, my mother was, schizophrenic tear when she left me at a police department in the early 90s because she didn't necessarily have a place to stay. I don't think. At least that's what's in the paperwork. Yeah. So I could really appreciate where you're coming from, what you do, man. For people that aren't here today and aren't going to be able to see your presentation and see what you speak about, what's the beginning, middle, and end of what your presentation here at the Real Estate Recovery Group is going to be about?
Well, the beginning is you have to protect the things that matter the most to you. Guys here keep hearing me say the same thing over and over, but if your family's the most important thing, do you have enough insurance? If something was to happen to you and you couldn't work, you just told the story about how this guy couldn't afford to pay his mortgage.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here right now. That's the whole, the whole in is people are going into foreclosure and short sales. To prevent that from happening, there has to be a plan in place where no matter what happens to you, any unforeseen possible circumstance, you're protected.
Yeah, like this individual, there was no plan. They were a high-income earner. You think nothing could ever go wrong.
Exactly.
And then it all went wrong.
Anybody can make millions of dollars. Try keeping it.
Where's the mic? So 2019, what should people know about yourself and your business and what you're doing in 2019 to serve them?
Well, I mean, this year I'm definitely collaborating with more agencies and meeting more professionals. I have been on a journey to find the best of the best in every industry since I started doing this, because I realized that I can't be the best at everything, but I can work with the people who are. So which is why I'm the protection specialist. I have CFPs on my team, attorneys, CPAs. I am not going to be a jack of all trades, master of none. So I want to help people holistically and get them in front of the right people. And in turn, it's just going to continue growing my business and helping people.
So 2019, to help people introduce people to other people that can serve them.
Absolutely.
That brought you to the boot camp.
That's what brought me to the boot camp, yep.
Social media, Facebook, Instagram, are either a source of attention to you? Do you put things out? Are you collaborating? There's a lot of people here that know each other from there.
I mean, I definitely am in some of these networking groups. Sean Zeem introduced me to the group, and
The insurance doctor.
he's the doctor, man. He's my Jersey guy for homeowners insurance, so we throw business back and forth. I know his GA, and he's a great guy. Anytime I send a client to him, he does the right thing. He sends them back to me after they get the homeowners insurance, and they get the mortgage protection, so that if something happens to them and they get sick, they can still pay their mortgage.
Yeah.
If they get hurt and they're out of work for 2 years, they can still pay their mortgage. God forbid the worst happens, their wife has somewhere to live and their family's protected.
Wow. So Sean, how did you connect with him and meet him?
On social media.
Which, was it Facebook? Was it?
I think it was Facebook.
Did you see one of his videos?
I believe I saw one of his videos, or to be honest with you, it was a while ago. I really can't recall, but everybody sees his video.
So it was about a year and a half ago, he sat down and actually filmed just like this with Antoine, and then just went, one every day for the rest is history.
Gotcha.
Is this the first time that you're getting in front of the camera like this?
It's not the first time. I definitely give shout-outs to different professionals. I went and bought a phone the other day because I lost my phone. I went to get a new Galaxy, and yes, Galaxy, not an iPhone. And I gave the T-Mobile girl who used to work for me a long time ago, I gave her a shout-out, and she got a whole bunch of sales. I love giving back to people and helping them grow what they want to grow.
That's awesome. What do you think the biggest takeaway from this event so far? I know there's 2 days.
Man,
there's been
so much. I mean, so many great speakers, so many things to learn. I really couldn't pinpoint it. I really couldn't. But the whole aspect of just partnering with people and understanding and not being greedy, because a lot of professionals, they want to, listen, I invest in real estate, I buy, I hold. I don't have a real estate license. If I was going to do a deal with you and I had my license and you had to split commissions with me, would you really want to do business with me again? Now every deal I'm getting a piece of that. I don't want a piece of your action.
That's not the way you think.
That's not the way I think.
It's like
I bring my clients to the people who are the best at what they do because they're the best at what they do, and I believe that, and I use them myself.
That's the truth. That's what it is.
But everybody, give me a referral, I'll give you a referral. I don't do business like that. Because I'm not going to run out there and try to sell your service or your company. I'm going to definitely be an advocate for you. But my value proposition is making sure that your business is running properly and your family's protected the right way. And then we can move on to step number 2, which is learning how to save, invest, and possibly go into step 3 and grow your business.
Wow. So it's been over 8 years that you've been involved in this literacy, but about 3 since this last endeavor. Right. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned in the last 3 years?
That my wife is always right.
That's a good answer. Thank you for your time.
No problem.